Pretty good.
Tim Dillon was on H3 show.
Let's talk about this one. You ready for this one?
I don't even know.
Okay. I know what you did.
Next?
No, I'm
Yes.
just kidding. It's not about that. Andrew Tate, I want to talk to you about.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Is he did they ban him on everything?
he's
Yeah.
banned on everything. I know
Seems
you
a
didn't
little-
love that. I love it.
Well,
I love it.
He's so hateable.
He leans into it. Now, see, the problem with Ethan Klein, the reason that you don't see me really, like, or even us, like, really ever cover him that much, and we cover him tangentially if it's something else that, that's important, but it's because I am now of the thought, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I am now of the thought that he does this on purpose. Like, it's not even that he genuinely believes it. I believe he likes being the bad guy. I think he
It's
likes...
like Hassan Piker is a lot the same way, like that way.
Right, and that's what I feel like. So that's why I don't really even get too heated with him, because I'm like, oh, I'm getting mad at a wrestling heel. The only difference is this wrestling heel is actually deplatforming people. So that's a really good point. That's a difference there. But you understand what I'm saying? Like, I think he wants people to be mad at him. I think he wants people to make fun of him. I think he wants people to do that. That way he has another reason to go after you too,
well, yes,
I
know that.
I got to agree with Trap in the chat too. You notice that they downplayed it. You didn't say he wasn't banned from Rumble.
That's
You can get
correct.
Andrew Tate on Rumble, guys.
Rumble bait, by the way, he saw the numbers he got, bro. He Rumble record.
that you love it, but I just worry about, number one, is he that crazy that you would ban him?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, I have clips because I wanted to persuade you.
Okay.
You don't need to agree with me.
For sure.
In my opinion.
I'm always reluctant to ban anyone.
Right.
Because, yeah.
And I think, honestly, I got to say,
Yeah.
because a lot of people go, oh, well, they're going to ban him. They're going to start banning everybody.
Right.
But the people who have been truly deplatformed kind of deserved it.
I'm trying
so
not to.
hateable.
I know I'm trying. You see me trying because I know
He's so
he
hateable,
wants the
man.
reaction, and I just said I know what he's doing. I know Mersh. He's doing it on purpose.
But part of him does believe this too, man.
Yeah,
That's the
I
problem.
know. Okay,
Just breathe.
I got it. We'll be all right. We'll be all right.
We'll get through this.
Boy, I wish today was Rumble Fridays.
I don't know much about. I know he says a lot of wild stuff. I haven't heard anything where I'd go, he should be banished.
Yeah, okay. Well, here, let's see. I mean, let's see. I know you've seen a lot of these ones because I saw you talking about it in your clip. Oh, this video's not available. Yeah, I think you saw
I'm gonna
that.
get to the clip. This is a 30-minute video, so I'm gonna skip to a different part here real quick because you have to see them. Okay, here it is.
Have you ever seen a woman try and do anything competently? Like, imagine a girl pick this up. If I pick this up, you ain't fucking with me. But I'm a left-hander. I'd still like jab. I'd fucking swing low. Take your fucking knee out. You ain't gonna see it.
He's just cringy.
Okay, but being cringy is not a reason to be deplatformed.
But you get
no,
my point.
I agree with you.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm
Yeah.
just saying he's just cringy. Like, I don't understand what the problem is.
Being kind of cringy doesn't mean you're not allowed to be on the fucking internet.
Doing sex trafficking, well,
He
then
is.
that's
He is.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, if that needs to be handled by authority.
Wait, they accused him of sex trafficking?
Saying
Yeah,
kill a
this was
woman
the
with
debate.
Somebody
Okay.
that's the thing that they keep doing to shut down Tate.
Right.
Is he's had a bunch of people. He runs cam sites and does this cam whoring shit, and a bunch of people on the internet that don't like him kept reporting him, and now they're using he's under investigation for sex trafficking.
Excuse me,
as a way of shutting him down.
Excuse me, Ethan, you piece of shit. You're for sex workers, and he was employing them. What's your problem?
It feels more, though, to me, like a guy who's being a troll
Okay,
than
so
a
that was-
guy who's saying kill
This
a
was
woman
the
with a
debate,
machete.
okay?
But
And again, I'm not saying he should be like a senator.
Right.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Fuck.
you take into context also that he's done sex trafficking. Does it change your opinion?
Well,
and
yeah, I mean, that's
the
not-
embassy got reported. He
no, so what do you think? I'm going to be like, well, that's not a big
No,
deal.
but like
Yeah.
even if you think that maybe
Yeah.
that video was just trolling,
Yeah.
like knowing the full scope of
Okay, hey, listen here, fucking Mossad soldier. I want to explain something to you here. Even if he does, he's under investigation for that. You are innocent until proven guilty, so you don't get to be deplatformed because of that. This is what they do.
To the Kleins.
Remember what they tried to do with Assange and said that he was a pedophile? Remember that? And it turned out there was all bullshit. There was no proof of it. That's what they do. They throw these things and they go, oh, that's the reason why. Then you find out the person never did the thing. Look, if he's under investigation, okay. Then bring up a case. Is he under arrest right now? No, he's not. Okay. I also remember the New York Times said that Matt Gaetz was going to go to jail for sex trafficking. Same thing. It's been almost 2 years now. How come it hasn't happened? Because they use these distractions. They throw it to people that they don't like to take him down. They think he deserves it. And that's the problem. Here's the thing. The same way that this woman is saying these things, I can't, then you know what I could say? Hey, I know you served in the Israeli military, and you know what? I've actually seen them kill Palestinian kids. Did you? I mean, I don't know, you have. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I don't know, but you never, I don't know, but you know, because you may have, though. You shouldn't be allowed on the internet. This is that level of anybody I don't like shouldn't be on the internet. And then the best part is then having the sheer fucking arrogance, right? The sheer fucking arrogance.
The hubris, dare I say. The hubris
to think that you get to be the arbiter of it, right? Like they are the ones that get to decide. For whatever reason, they're so morally perfect, right? These angelic creatures that, by the way, started their YouTube career by making fun of other YouTubers like we do now, like everybody else does. That's what they did too. They made fun of them and they called them names and they made fun of midgets and they made fun of They did. All those things are true. But now, because now they figured it out, and then now they made apologies to trans people for feeling left out. Now they police the internet, and now they don't want you to exist. And by the way, if you don't think that's true, go check in on some of these guys. I'm not just talking about Ethan, but Hassan Piker or any of these Young Turks people. Go check out their Reddits. When they want you gone, they will post a link to your YouTube and say, "I want this guy." They will,
which is against the rules, but they're always allowed to do it.
Yeah, and they will organize and they will say, "Flag this and flag this" until your channel is gone. And that's what they do. And that's what they do. But here's the problem, and there's the truth. And I think the Andrew Tate at Rumble thing really, I think, changed a lot because it showed a lot of people leave YouTube and they go to other places, and they'll get a fraction of their people. Andrew Tate left, and he took his entire audience with him, right? I think we're getting to the point now, and we're getting to the place now where you're going to keep people off of YouTube, and we're going to get to the place now where now people are just going to start following. Because Andrew Tate might have been cringy, he might have been all these things, but at the end of the day, all he was, and that's the other thing with Andrew Tate, like this new thing, they're pretending Andrew Tate is a new thing. And Andrew Tate comes around every 5 to 10 years, right? Like we've had one. Hunter Moore was the last Andrew Tate.
God,
you know?
I remember him.
No, but do you know what I'm saying? And before,
yeah, of course. He's a fucking updated like version of like a thing that we've seen so many prototypes of.
Which is Mystery. Remember Mystery, the pickup artist, like
the Hunter Moore you brought up, Talker Max. Remember him?
Talker Max is a great example. So and again, that being said, and I think Tucker Max could be funny sometimes. He's funny on Twitter sometimes, pretty funny actually. But my thing is like they're acting like that Andrew Tate is a new thing. There's always been dude empowerment guys. There's always been dudes that said women suck. I mean, honestly, Andrew Tate hasn't said anything that black guys haven't said on Fresh and Fit, right? But listen to fucking Fresh and Fit. All they fucking talk about is how women are hoes and how they suck and they're bitches and, don't listen to these hoes and they suck. But they're fine because, hey, they're rappers and the rappers go on the show and they're black guys and it's cool. Has Andrew Tate really said anything poorly about women? You want to talk about sex trafficking? Man, Fresh and Fit have had some hookers be on their show that I'm not saying they are, but definitely look like they might have showed up here in a container ship.
Yes.
So
straight from the fucking Pacific Ocean.
And by the way, after the Andrew Schultz Fresh and Fit thing, I don't even hate Fresh and Fit. I'll be that either. I think they stood their ground pretty hardcore when they were trying to talk shit on them. You know, they could be cringy too. We could be cringy. Everybody can be. But like the point is with this is like, I would rather deal with a million Andrew Tates and cringy fucking Fresh and Fit hooker shows and Brendan Schaub's out my ass than deal with one Ethan Klein who just wants people off the internet because he doesn't like them. And then he makes it happen. It's not that he's bitching about it, is that he's done it. And I think to me that's the biggest issue, you know.
It's this at the end of the day, they just want to get people knocked off because they don't want competition. That's all it is.
Yeah.
They just don't want competition. And if they can knock off a bunch of guys that are doing better than them, then that's fucking great for them.
And then they end up making more money because the people that they kick off their fandom go hate watch their videos.
Yeah.
And all that means is more clicks
win-win.
and more views. There's literally no downside for him. What downside does he have? We're watching his video right now to be mad at him. You know? The only solace we take is it's only one view because it's my computer and it's not, and all you guys get to see it. You know, I basically feel like I'm streaming a pay-per-view, but transformatively, of course, as you've seen all the
Transformatively speaking, of course,
but that's transformatively speaking, of course, but that's what this is. It's like, all you want is people not to be around, and then you make up these stories and these accusations. Do you know for sure he sex trafficked people? Or are you just looking at reports because that's what you want to hear? That's the problem with that, man. I wouldn't even care if Ethan Klein did an entire 5-hour episode making fun of, ripping apart, calling Andrew Tate a piece of shit. Nobody would care. Fine, do it. But people care the moment you say you want him.
He's incapable of doing that, though. That's his problem. He is incapable of doing that. So it's like, well, let's just get him taken down.
True. That's true.
Where you draw the line.
Sure.
Do you think, for example, ISIS should be able to have a TikTok channel?
Well, ISIS has a Twitter.
Yeah, ISIS has a Twitter.
ISIS has a Twitter. Next question. And by the way, can I just, I'm sorry, because God damn it. Comparing Andrew Tate to ISIS?
It's a little odd.
ISIS treats women much better.
And Andrew Tate can actually fight.
It's a good point. Yeah. Good point.
Talking about
Is if they're dancing, then yes.
They're radicalizing people. They're talking about like infidels, and we need to stone infidels.
Problem,
and
right?
You need to come to you know, if you don't join.
Straw man argument. You're comparing an international terrorist organization, a pickup artist. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but those two things are not.
Yeah, they don't add up there, bud.
I'm sorry, but fucking, at least to my knowledge, Andrew Tate's not driving around in a Toyota pickup truck with a fucking RPG on his shoulder, you know?
Well, I mean, that we know of.
Yeah, true.
I mean, Romania is a pretty wild place.
True.
Sure.
You're going to go to hell.
But you might have to delete a lot more channels than ISIS if you were going to apply a very broad definition.
But that doesn't happen.
Well,
And by the way, Andrew Tate's not even a big conservative guy either, because he said some base things, but he's not either. You know, honestly, the most conservative thing Andrew Tate has been in is Jordan Peterson's daughter.
But I mean, here's the
I don't
thing.
even have to say allegedly.
Tastes like meat sweats.
Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of
tastes like meat sweats, looks like daddy issues.
Clerics, Islamic clerics that are in the UK that say very similar things to that.
Are they on TikTok?
Probably. I mean, you could easily pull up 10 incredibly offensive.
Let me just. I don't think they should be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's hate speech, right?
Well, it depends on what they're saying. I think it's the hate speech thing gets very blurry, right?
Yeah.
Because like if you criticize certain people in a war, for example, right? For example, they allowed the social media companies allowed people to say things about Russian people. Not only Putin, they were able to say hateful things about Russian people during the onset of the Russia-Ukraine war. They were kind of allowing some more of that stuff, right? So I think it's really that these
Wait, you're saying you couldn't support Russia?
No, you could say anything you wanted.
You used to not be able to. You used to not be able to talk about the Nazi regime that Ukraine had on Facebook. This is a fact. They didn't let you because the Azov Battalion was one of those things that was considered white supremacist group, and if you were in it, you were a white supremacist and you were bad. And then Facebook changed their rules to allow you to be able to post the Azov Battalion stories and flags and everything about them. So yeah, 100%. 100% these things happened. But that's the thing with Ethan. Even when you confront him with like, but bro, here, look, these things did happen. He'll be like, well, no, they didn't. Well, nah. Well, no. They're not censoring conservatives on Twitter.
I like that you just go, well, nah. Because that's kind of what he's doing.
That's his argument is nah. Nope.
No.
Meh.
No, it didn't happen.
Meh.
No.
Who's more vile, Ethan or Hillis? Battlecat asked in the Rumble chat.
Ethan's more vile. I mean, she's awful too, but
about Russia, you could say kill all Russia. You could say all that stuff. I think a lot of these standards are unevenly applied because it's very difficult to apply standards evenly.
Wait, how is it? I'm confused about what were people being censored about in the Ukraine?
No, they weren't. They weren't. For example, you're saying if there's hate speech, and you go, what constitutes that? Because
it's. I think what constitutes that is calling for violence. Or
Andrew Tate hasn't called for violence.
Yeah, violence against,
I think harassment, for example, doxing and harassment, targeted harassment of people and doxing are very easy to identify.
Hey, wasn't it Ethan that was talking about someone putting a bomb at a Republican convention? Am I correct by saying that?
Oh yeah.
It was on
NRA
that. It was on that show he did with Piker.
It was the NRA convention.
The NRA, that's what it was.
And he said, "Well, yeah, can't we just bomb that? Can't somebody just bomb that place?" And he got away with that.
So using,
he actually ended up. He did get actually a strike for that, but it was, it was cleaned up real quick, and then he was back in business.
I see. So he's allowed to do whatever he wants.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
And shouldn't be tolerated, but people saying hateful things about each other. Or
it's more about targeting a group of people, right?
Sure.
So, top comment on this video, I just looked at it. Andrew Tate isn't banned. He's in every H3 video. That's fucking great.
That's very funny.
Top comment.
Rent free, baby.
Top fucking comment. By the way, keep this in mind. 2.8 thousand upvotes, 15,000 downvotes. But hear me out. And by the way, for his clips, this video has more views than any one of his normal clips does, right? Because it's just his clip channel.
Yeah.
But this is why we were saying earlier, he still wins. He's getting ad revenue. He still wins. Now people are gonna go watch him and be angry at him because he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Ethan's not stupid. There's another thing. There's another mistake. The same mistake people make with Ben Shapiro. I think Ben Shapiro's stupid. Ben Shapiro is not stupid. Ethan Klein is not stupid. They are smart. And they know how to work the system, and they know how to make friends, and they know how to stay on a platform while doing the very thing that you're doing while you get kicked off and you have to be somewhere else. Now, again, I'm starting to feel very cozy on Rumble, so I don't really care. But that being said, what happens when it gets? You saw Truth Social was kicked off of the Apple Store.
You figure there's always going to be a time when they start doing that shit.
Sorry about that. Fuck me.
Voice is dying, everybody.
Yeah, I took a hit, but you know when it hit when it hits the rock spot, like it hit the back of my throat. Fuck. God damn it. Anyway, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Also, let's acknowledge that these are private companies. It's not.
They can do whatever they want.
It's not a free speech issue.
They can absolutely.
There it is. It's a private company. They could do whatever they want. So basically, he dropped this entire
what
argument.
Happens when the FBI comes to the private company and says, "Do this," and they do it.
Yeah. With the other part about that, yes, that's true. But the other part about that is it's not just a matter of it's a private company. They can do whatever they want. The real thing that people have to notice is he started this conversation saying he was going to show him things about Andrew Tate that was going to make him change his mind. When he didn't change his mind, he immediately went to, well, they could do whatever they want, so it doesn't matter. Why are we even talking about this? The moment he was confronted with some real truths, like, okay, but explain this and explain that, he has to go, I don't need to explain anything because they're a private company. I do whatever I want. I mean, it doesn't matter. I win.
It's just enraging, man.
Ethan Klein's the kid from Big Daddy. He's always playing I Win. And there's nothing you can do
what's
about
the name
it.
of the game? I Win.
I Win.
This is bullshit.
Absolutely do whatever they want.
The government owned Twitter. It'd be a whole different
Yeah,
conversation.
the government owns Twitter.
They do own Twitter,
The
bud.
government subsidizes Twitter. The government pays for Twitter. The government gives a tax break. The government,
goes and threatens Twitter and tells them to take people down.
When the government wanted Alex Jones off of all the social media platforms, it coordinated and made it happen. What are you talking about? If the government owned Twitter, go fuck yourself. Are you kidding me? Google is winning non-compete contracts with the government, and we're pretending that Google and YouTube are separate from the government at this point. We're still playing that stupid game? Come on. This isn't a mom and pop lemonade stand that's kicking you out because they don't want you to be there. Dan Snot, $5. Good to see you homos on Rumble. I can be more happy, can be more homophobic over here. Love you. Okay, well, thank you. There's like 33 minutes. We could keep going if you want, but honestly, it's kind of just this 6 minutes that we just saw repeated over and over again using different words. And at the end of it, nobody's mind has changed. You know, like the internet.
Yeah, that's life. This is what our lives are.